Look at that phone in your hand. It has traveled further than you ever will. It rode the busiest maritime superhighway on the entire planet.
South China Sea.
The jugular vein of the global economy.
But someone just decided to draw a giant red line right through the middle.
700 square kilometers. That is roughly the size of the entire country of Singapore.
This is the 9-dash line, a sketch from the 40s that is now law.
Underneath, oil. Above, your wallet. And in the middle, a total mess. Welcome to the invisible line that China wants to erase from the map.
So what is this squiggle? It is a map drawn before most of these countries existed. Changes too. Last year they added a 10th dash. Because why stop at 9?
This line claims 90% of the sea. It swallows entire countries' backyards.
International law, called UNCLOS, gives nations a 200-mile safety zone.
But the dash line ignores the math. It cuts the cake and eats the plate too. Is it a border? Is it just for fishing? Beijing won't say. That is the point. It is a zombie map, legally dead, but it is still haunting the global supply chain. In a perfect world, this sea is the ultimate open buffet for global trade. Under the waves, it is not just water. It is 11 billion barrels of liquid gold.
Plus enough fish to feed half of Asia. It is a grocery store that never closes.
Ships take the shortcut, Singapore to Tokyo. Fast, cheap, and boring. Boring is good.
This efficiency keeps your sneakers cheap and your delivery times under 2 days. We call this freedom of navigation, the right to sail without paying a toll. It is a beautiful machine, frictionless, until someone decides to build a gate.
So how do you claim an ocean? You do not sign a treaty. You just pour sand.
It is called the Cabbage Strategy. Wrap an island in layers of ships until it chokes.
They turn submerged rocks into unsinkable aircraft carriers. Nature did not do that.
Runways, hangars, missile silos. It is not a vacation spot, unless you are a jet.
And the fishermen? They are the maritime militia, the little blue men of the sea. They park in your lane and dare you to crash. It is geopolitical road rage.
The open highway is gone. Now, it is an obstacle course with live ammunition.
The Philippines ran it aground on purpose. A shipwreck acting as a military base.
Facing it, the Chinese Coast Guard. White hulls, big guns, and zero sense of humor.
They don't shoot bullets yet. They shoot water cannons strong enough to bend steel plates.
And military lasers. Because nothing says friendly neighbor like blinding the crew.
Resupply missions are like playing Mario Kart in a minefield. One wrong move, boom.
A handful of Marines on a rotting hull are the only thing stopping total control.
Let us play a game. Beijing pulls the plug and closes the sea. What happens next?
Ships must reroute around Australia. That is not a detour. That is a vacation. China fears this too. They call it the Malacca Dilemma. No sea, no oil, no lights.
Insurance premiums skyrocket. They call it war risk. You call it inflation.
The cost of shipping creates a ripple. Suddenly, your toaster costs $50 more.
This is not just about rocks. It is about having a hand on the world's windpipe. If this vein gets cut, the factories in Asia stop. Then, the shelves in America go empty.
Beijing looked at the ruling and called it waste paper. Literally, waste paper.
Here is the snag. International law is a referee that does not have a whistle.
A piece of paper cannot stop a destroyer. Physics always beats bureaucracy. If this gamble fails, the Suez stops, and your Amazon package takes a month.
The line is illegal, but it is still there. And that is the only truth that matters. So we stare at the water. One spark here burns down the global economy. Next time you tap your card, remember the invisible line that sets the price. We hope for boring, because interesting maps usually mean expensive mistakes.
Subscribe to the Witty Analyst. We read the fine print so you don't have to.
Now excuse me, my package has been stuck in Manila for 3 weeks. No reason.